Okay. Hey there, everybody. Happy Sunday. If you can hear me clearly, put in a balloon emoji in the chat. And in the meantime, I'm gonna be welcoming everybody who's here. Yes, the amazing Zeke. I appreciate the birthday wish. And welcome the best bro and the random deeper. And Daniel. And Norbert. Nice to have you as always. Same with you, Ethan. And Mimi P. Yes, nice to have you back. And Deidre. And Plus Bro. Yes, let's go. And Maxime could hear me as well. Okay, so everybody can hear me just fine. Alright, as Plus Bro was saying. Oh, and Mike's Toontown. Hey, what's up? I know you had your birthday recently, as well as you too, Norbert, on the same day, May 1st, and I hope you both had excellent celebrations. And yes, I know that with my birthday week, it's gonna be a chill celebration. That's what I'm anticipating. Just like how this stream is going to be. Just a simple chill stream to chat with you guys, and maybe, just maybe, I'll be able to cook up some art. Oh, let's see. So, we got something from Banjo the Bean saying that they made cow and chicken, but it's in the style of Pat Ventura. That's cool. I know with Pat Ventura, he did a lot of the craziest looking, water cartoon shorts. He made so many, yet he never got his own animated series. It's a shame. Like, I really like his Sledgehammer Opossum short. Like, it's like, it can't spend at least 10 seconds not, bombarding the audience with crazy expressions and sound mixing. Let's see. Yeah, like, I say on my birthday, which is around Monday or so, I might be busy. My presence on social media might be a bit light. Maybe I'll post one or two things. We'll see. But yeah, since Sunday is often considered to be the first day of the week, I thought that Sunday, yeah, get the birthday celebrations happening. And yes, we got a question. What's the release date for Classic Logo Remake Part 7? Hopefully for this month of May, right here. It's almost done, don't worry. Oh yes, Maxime is one of my newest subscribers. Nice to have you here. I hope you enjoy the content I have to offer. And yes, I have my this year's birthday emoji, or GIF I should say, sorry, is the pigeon, created by Mo Willems, who I best remember for Sheep in the Big City, but he's now more famous as a children's book author, and I read some of the pigeon books, and the pigeon has an appealing design just like Sheep, just like Mo Willems' style in general. Let's see, anything else that we have? Oh yes, Deidre, I saw your Wink sketch on Instagram recently. It was pretty good. Oh, the media guy's here. Hey, welcome. Yes, I remember the Scooby-Doo WWE crossover movies, especially the first one, in which John Cena saved the gang from a giant rolling boulder, while his theme song, which at that point cannot be thought of as anything but a meme, plays in the background, so it makes up for an unintentionally hilarious scene. Let's see. Yeah, we'll see whether or not Jaguar Film will be in Classic Logo Remake Part 7. I know you guys have suggested some really interesting logos to be part of it, but obviously I'm not revealing the full list until the premiere, which is expected soon. Like, very, very soon. And Valentunes is here. Hi, what's up? So yeah, this is just for you guys to leave me some questions about what's going on in cartoons. This is like a little Q&A. We're gonna be chatting a bit. Let's see. Oh yeah, I know that maybe maybe one of the logos that you suggested, Norbert, will be in Classic Logo Remake Party 7. Who knows, there might be one that is featured in the teaser. And I'll have you guess which one that is actually. See if there's anything else that I'm missing. Yes, and yeah, I should mention that I appreciate the birthday wishes that were given to me on the community tab, in which I posted that same pigeon gif, and you did not hesitate to leave me a lot of nice and simple happy birthdays in the comment sections. I really appreciate it. Oh, the teaser for Classic Logo Remake Party 7 already came out, Norbert, at the end of February, actually. I don't know, I'm surprised you kind of missed it. Yeah, you should definitely check it out. In fact, I think I even showed the teaser during my 10,000 subscriber celebration. Yeah, that's the teaser I was referring to. And Skullway Tricky Bones is also here, and hoping that I have a fantastical birthday. Yeah, it's okay, Norbert, that you forgot. Yeah, I know, I forgot some things too. Like, I planned on replying to your comment under the latest review request I did for you, which was for Wendy and Sid. It was, yeah, I totally forgot that with Wendy and Sid, my review of it is actually the 4th time that the name Jenny was brought up, because I reviewed Franklin's Magic Christmas for December, and Franklin's grandmother happens to be named Jenny. I completely forgot about that. And fun fact, that line was actually ad-libbed when I was like, man, that's like the 3rd time that name Jenny has been brought up. Yeah, that was ad-libbed, so that's like your confirmation that I was going off of memory. And it's not the most perfect memory. Okay, a good question here. The Best Bros accent if Oscar the Cat is still my channel mascot. Well, he's a mascot for the logo side of things at least, specifically Classic Logo Remake Party, because as some of you may know, when I was started off on YouTube, I had Oscar as a physical puppet, sock puppet, in which he was doing, those type of videos where you talk to a logo that's going wrong, and, after all of these errors, they actually fix themselves in the end. Yeah, Oscar started off on YouTube as that, and then I have him appear in Classic Logo Remake Party in all of the installments except for the second one. He appeared as a puppet in the first one, and then from the 3rd volume, for the 3rd installment, I should say, onward, he appears as a cartoon. Jenny, teenage robot? Yeah, I know. Like, I reviewed My Wife as a Teenage Robot, the 1st episode to be exact. So yeah, that's the 1st instance, and then the 2nd instance of Jenny popping up is with the name of Franklin's grandmother in Franklin's Magic Christmas. Then there's Jenny Silverback from Gorilla Girl, which was a pilot that I reviewed. A rejected pilot that was a pretty good one. And yes, I mentioned that I might be doing some art. We'll see after we continue chatting. But I'm not going to be taking any requests. There's a possibility that I'm going to be working on something that I have been sketching a little before the stream. Oh yeah, I haven't replied to the charge, your comment under my review of that Cat Scratch episode. Basically because I know, like, with your comments, Norbert, they're kind of like mini essays per se, so I kind of have to like find the time to like really go over like that one, cause I know I do remember with that one when I was reviewing the Cat Scratch episode, you remember how you once wrote a story about how it was inspired by the plot of Charge with Mr. Blick having those static electric powers. So yeah, basically I haven't replied to it yet because even though I have skimmed through much of it, I have to go over it again to like add my own reply to it.
See if there's anything else we have here.
Okay, so Banjo the Bean is clarifying that that cow and chicken fan art they made is in honor of my birthday. That's cool. I assume that you posted it on your community tab. You can confirm otherwise, but if so, yeah, I'll check it out and I appreciate it. I do like cow and chicken. Well, it's okay, Norbert, if your comments are wrong on the reviews. You know, I understand, at least like for me, being an autistic individual, I sometimes have a habit of overthinking. Even with what should be a simple YouTube comment, I'm acting like I'm doing a whole review sometimes. Like, it's hard for me to just leave it at one point I want to bring up about a video that I see. That's why I sometimes hold back from leaving comments, is because, man, I think too much, think too deep about what I want to say about this awesome video that I see. And it's sometimes hard to choose just one point to highlight. But yeah, I understand, Norbert. Oh, you haven't heard about cow and chicken yet? The best bro? Yeah, Plus Blue is explained the perfect way. It's a Cartoon Network show by David Feast about simply a cow and chicken. Yes, who happen to be siblings. Yes, and their parents are humans. We only see them by their legs. And the recurrent antagonist is the red guy, who was explicitly supposed to be the devil in the pilot episode, but obviously thinking of the censors, they just refer to him as the red guy, or the red guy will have like different personas per se, including in one episode he was the king and queen of cheese, and that episode was co-written by the creator of King, which was another cartoon that I reviewed for Norbert recently. And yes, Cow and Chicken is absolutely similar to Ren and Stimpy, and David Feast was an animation director on Ren and Stimpy, and some other people from that show worked on Cow and Chicken as well, including Bob Camp. Yes, so, as a lot of people may know, the influence of the Ren and Stimpy show is absolutely contagious. And Mike's Two Town is saying that he hasn't watched it in a while, but he used to love Cow and Chicken. That's cool. I know you're not too much of a Cartoon Network fan compared to your love for Nickelodeon, but it's nice to know that that's one other Cartoon Network series that you like. I think I recall you mentioning that you're an Ed and an Eddie fan as well, and I think you're a fan of the Powerpuff Girls too. So that's awesome to know. Ethan has another good question here. If I heard of Art Quokey's Gumby, yes, I absolutely am familiar with Gumby. I will watch the classic episodes with Gumby every now and then, including one of the earliest ones, in which Gumby finds himself on the moon. It's a very trippy one. Oh no, I didn't say Bob West. No, I think Bob West is the voice of Barney the dinosaur. No, I said Bob Camp, who was one of the main directors and storyboard artists on Ren and Stimpy, and he's accepted as the true creator of Ren and Stimpy compared to, say, you know who. You know what, Norbert, you don't have to like think too deep about if you want to give me a birthday present or not. I think maybe a simple post wishing me a happy birthday, like maybe on Instagram or Blue Sky or the community tab on YouTube, I think that could be good enough. Or maybe we could talk over in the DMs, we'll see. But I still appreciate the thought that you like to give me a gift, Norbert. Yes, exactly. Billy West is the voice of both Ren and Stimpy. Well, he voiced Ren like after John was fired in season 2, during production of season 2, but he's always been the voice of Stimpy. but originally he was going to be the voice of both of them in the first place. And in fact, one interesting story was when the show was being pitched, Billy West was doing Ren and Stimpy's voices as part of a demonstration, and then after they left like the Nickelodeon offices after they pitched, John was telling Billy, "Congratulations, what you did gave us a show." So yeah, that's how you know that Billy really is a very vital part of the series. Oh, you meant to say Billy West, best bro. Oh, okay, okay. It's okay. We all make mistakes with our typing, with our comments. Oh yeah, I'm sure Billy has done a voice in Cow and Chicken, but I can't remember who. Yes, and in loving memory of Jim Smith, like, I was really disappointed about Jim Smith's passing, and I'll admit, it may be just as sad as hearing about Ruth Buzzy passing away. At least with Ruth Buzzy, like, it was something that we should have seen coming because I remember a few years ago she have suffered from some strokes, so while it's definitely sad that Ruth is no longer with us, it's something that unfortunately should have been, like, expected. But with Jim, I had absolutely no anticipation for him to just leave this planet like that. And I was just watching one of the episodes that he co-directed, which was Fake Dad, the one where Ren and Stimpy are acted as the foster parents for this giant, hairy prison inmate who is supposed to be 7 years old. It's a really funny one. Yeah, and it's so weird how Jim Smith and Chris Riccardi both passed away 6 years apart from each other at the same day, May 2nd, and they're two of the best artists on the show. Yes, that really is disturbing and sad. Rest in peace to both of those legends who are responsible for Ren and Stimpy being such an excellent, influential cartoon. And I love Billy as the voice of the Red M&M as well. And Charlie Adler, yes, Cow and Chicken is Charlie Adler's show. He voices Cow, Chicken, the red guy, and Boneless Chicken, who's Chicken's cousin. And I'm sure he voices a lot of incidentals as well. Yeah, that Cow and Chicken really is his show. And yes, I do have Looney Tunes played in the background, and well, obviously I love Looney Tunes, but I also should soon, I think at this point I should be reviewing why I have Looney Tunes playing in the background. It's actually referred to a drawing that I'm doing, but I'll get to that in a moment. Yeah, the modifiers, I haven't fully seen the modifiers yet, only like clips of it and maybe a review of it, but I know it's like a very popular rejected pilot, kind of like Constant Pain as far as the Nickelodeon ones go. And the modifiers, I really should fully watch it. I know I drew the main character, Agent Zero, for Kristen Frades in the past, and it is a really good looking pilot, which is to be expected from Chris and Lynn, who are two of the best artists to come out during the 90s TV animation renaissance. But one pilot from Chris Riccardi I have fully seen is Imp Inc., which is about these three characters, these three imps who work at an organization up in the sky, like to grant wishes. That's what they do, but of course there are some screw-ups there. It's a pilot that Chris co-created with Charlie Bean for the Cartoon show for Cartoon Network. It was part of the Big Pick, the same contest in which The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy was the winner. Best Bro was asking, did you know regular show was gonna be on Adult Swim? I think that was that's a rumor. Regular show was always intended for regular Cartoon Network. It's just that with the pilot program it was pitched for the Cartoon Institute, J.G. Quinto was told that, you could do as much as you like not worrying too much about the censors. And also, I think the regular show pilot is tame compared to like one other pilot that didn't get picked up, It's called Joey to the World, which was a pilot created by Craig Kelman, who's one of my favorite character designers to come out from the 90s, still working in feature animation today. And it's about this kangaroo named Joey, obviously. He's voiced by Mr. Lawrence, aka Plankton and Filbert. And speaking of Filbert, yeah, it's kind of like Rocco's Modern Life, except it mentions a few things that I don't even think Rocco would explicitly say by name. And yeah, I think it was nice that they were able to push that boundaries with the Cartoon Institute, but only 2 shows came out of it, Regular Show and Uncle Grandpa. Well, technically 3, because the Uncle Grandpa pilot I heard had the characters from Secret Mountain Fort Awesome, so that's like 3 shows, technically. And yeah, I know that with Warner Bros. Discovery getting rid of the Looney Tunes shorts, I know it's disappointed, but again, there's physical media, and I'm happy with the news that's been heard about the Blu-ray, the Collector's Vault, how they're releasing more shorts that haven't been released on disc, and also shorts that were released on DVD remastered, but they weren't remastered for Blu-ray. So yeah, that's awesome. And I'll admit, it's kind of funny how their reasoning for Looney Tunes being removed is because they want to focus on family programming instead of children's programming like Looney Tunes and Sesame Street. But yeah, those two series in the same sentence, Looney Tunes and Sesame Street. Well, yeah, both of them are kid friendly, but one of them is explicitly made for kids, preschoolers to be exact, while the other, which is playing in the background right now, the classic shorts, they weren't made specifically for kids. They were made for family audiences. They were made for family audiences while also having in mind that adults are more likely to watch them. So yeah, that's kind of that's pretty funny with their reasoning for removing Looney Tunes, is that they consider the classic shorts kids programming and all that. Ah, yes. Kristen Frades, welcome. Yes, I appreciate the birthday wish, and it's also May the 4th. May the 4th be with you, for you Star Wars fans. I'm very, very casual with my Star Wars liking, although I ought to watch Genndy Tartakovsky's Clone Wars series. It's like the only Cartoon Network show on Disney Plus, at least Cartoon Network Studios, to be exact. If there are any other lines that I ad-libbed in my coffee review requests, not any that I could immediately remember at the moment. I'll probably have to rewatch my own reviews, but there might have been at least one other instance. Okay, folks, so continuing the Looney Tunes talk, I should mention that I'm gonna be getting to the drawing that I've been working on, and that leads me to the fact that, remember, this week it's not just gonna be my birthday. It's Yosemite Sam's birthday as well. Yes, this is something I've been working on. As you know, Yosemite Sam is the best rival for Bugs Bunny. Obviously, I like Elmer Fudd too, but Sam, he was created for a reason. It's because the people at Warner Bros. Thought that Elmer Fudd was a bit too wimpy, but Sam over here, it's much more fiery with his personality, much more hostile, slightly more competent, but still incompetent, because that's how these antagonists in Looney Tunes cartoons are at their funniest, when they're being incompetent, like their ineptitude making themselves like their worst enemy. So yes, this is obviously based on High Dive and Hair, which is one of the best, if not the best, cartoon starring Bugs and Sam. The classic short in which there's a high diving act that's scheduled to be done by Fearless Freep, but there's a delay, so Sam forces Bugs to do it, but Bugs, being Bugs, he tricks Sam into diving into that one barrel of water multiple times. So yes, this is what I'm gonna be working on. I did most of the cleanup work already, so all I have to do is color it and also work on the background. But we'll continue talking, of course. See if there's anything else I'm missing here. And, yes, yes, I answer your question immediately, Norbert. Oh, I'll blow my stack. I cannot yell like Yosemite Sam. Uh, Even for Mel Blanc, it became harder for him, which is why in Who Framed Roger Rabbit, it was Joe Lasky who voiced Sam in that one scene. But I got the reference you're referring to. It's the song, or the rap song that he performed in the Looney Tunes show. You know, the Merry Melodies section, which was very funny to see Yosemite Sam rap. And probably my favorite bit in that music video was seeing some of the more obscure Looney Tunes antagonists together, like in sort of a AA meeting sort of thing. There, if I can remember correctly, I think Rocky and Muggsy were there, and I know Spike was there. You know, Spike. Of course, I'm not talking about like the dog from the Sylvester and Tweety cartoons, who's normally called Hector. I'm talking about like the big bulldog with the hat and the red sweater, who often walks on hind legs. You know, he appeared in two cartoons in which there's some misunderstanding. You know, where there's this wild cat who would come in that Spike would fight thinking that he's fighting Sylvester, but no, it's an entirely separate beast. And then there's another that's just a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde type story, which first feeling seemed to really like, because there were like two other shorts like that, which was Hide and Go Tweet and Hide and Hair. Oh, and another villain that I saw in that scene was the one from the Deuce, you say, the Chuck Jones short with Daffy and Porky as basically Sherlock Holmes and Watson. The Slasher, I think his name is. Let's see. The big red guy from Looney Tunes. I think you're referring to Gossamer. Gossamer. Oh, yes, thank you, Nick Cheesy. I appreciate the birthday wish. Yeah, Gossamer was a character created by Chuck Jones for the 1946 Bugs Bunny short Hair Raisin Hair, and he will appear again in Water Water Every Hair, and then years later, you know, just like Marvin the Marsh said, he was a character who never really had an official name, but like decades after the classic shorts, he would have an official name that Warner Brothers would use for marketing purposes, which was Gossamer, and he would appear on the Looney Tunes show as well, except here he's a kid and the son to Witch Hazel, or rather Witch Liza. Yes, that show portrayed her like having the same voice actress as Bubby from the Marvelous Misadventures of Flapjack. So of those two Gossamer shorts, the classic ones I mean, I might go with Water Water Every Hair as my favorite, because I'm slightly more nostalgic for it, having watched it on the Bugs Bunny and Tweety show, and also because it was the basis for the Island of Dr. Moron game that was on the Looney Tunes website, which I still play sometimes, like on Flash Museum, which is a really good, well, for the most part, Flash game archive. So going back to Sam here, yes, he first appeared 80 years ago tomorrow will be his 80th birthday in the short hair trigger, which I do like, but I think subsequent Sam cartoons are even funnier, like Bugs Bunny Rides Again and Buccaneer Bunny, and one that I think is pretty underrated is the Fair-Haired Hare, where by court ruling, Bugs and Sam have to be in the same home together, since, Sam had his house be built under Bugs Bunny's rabbit hole. And another underrated Sam story that I think is Sam at his peak is with From Hair to Air, which is the one where Sam inherits £1,000,000, but Bugs tells him that if Sam were to lose his temper, he would be losing several pounds. And yes, as you may expect, Sam does lose all the money. And that one was peak angry Sam. Like, Mel Blanc must have had a lot of fun, or maybe not, because had to do a lot of yelling, so he might have had a sore throat doing all that cussing for Sam. Of course, it's family-friendly fake cussing, like rackin', frackin', varmint, and all that. So yeah, that was Sam at his, I think the last great Sam cartoon. Although, I know there's one where he appeared by himself, where he's the main character, where no Bugs Bunny in sight. It's called Honey's Money, which is kind of a remake of two earlier First Free-Wing shorts. I'm trying to remember, His Bitter Half, starring Daffy Duck, and another great Sam and Bugs cartoon, Hair Trimmed. And with Sam is basically he marries a woman just for her money, without realizing the responsibilities he has to take, being a husband and also a father. I don't remember watching that one actually. I only read about it in the 100 Greatest Looney Tunes cartoons. Okay, let's just take a break here, see if there's any comments that I'm missing. And yes, Gossamer does look like a Bumpin' Doorbird. Oh yeah, the Flash site that I mentioned is called Flash Museum, which it's not always perfect, not all of the games load, but with that Bugs Bunny one I was talking about, the Island of Dr. Moron, that one works. You'll have to find out to see which games that you might be nostalgic for that were that were done in Flash, but not Shockwave, but Adobe Flash, and see which games you can find that you're nostalgic for it. It might be there. Yeah, I know. Like, Mel Blanc definitely does deserve the title of Man of 1,000 Voices. Of course, there are also several other voice actors who became popular even after Mel was fully established, who could also warrant the title of Man or Woman of 1,000 Voices as well. Okay, another. Let's close this gap here. There we go. Alright, I have to cover the belt buckle. There we go. Okay, so I have the background as a layer to itself, right here. I will just turn off Sam a bit. Yeah, it's just a rough sketch background with, I'm just going to fill in with just the brush. I'm not going to outline it really, because as you can see in the reference photo, it's mostly like outline-less painted. It's a stage that Sam is falling off of here. before I work on the background, I'm just going to silence the sketch of Sam and also cover, like, add these speed lines from him falling. And I'm going to emulate that with a brush. Let me see which brush is good. Let me try this one. Let's see, this one's good. No, let me see. Now, let me try another one. And then I'm going to have one that matches the color of his hat. Here we go. And now just gonna turn off Sam to work on the background. And probably to move the reference photo a bit, like for example the one on the right. There we go. We'll probably put right here. Okay, before I do that, I'm gonna see this. Hey, there's a comment I missed. Okay, Doorbird, you take care of yourself and make sure that that you have. Yeah, I look forward to your birthday wish to me. I appreciate it. Let's see. Yes, that was the one that I did describe hair trimmed earlier, which is the one where. Let's see. Yes, it is the one where Sam tries to marry Granny just for her money, and that sort was basically remade into Honey's Money. Okay, so how we're gonna do this background now? Well, firstly, I'm going to have the sketch layer locked. Then, I'm gonna be making this here. Oh, I just turned the reference photos a bit. Yeah, so this is going basically emulated like that dark spot from the stage. There we go. There we go. And now I'm gonna be working on the background here. I think I should make it. Let's look at the sky first. And then I should bring up the sketch layer. So just unlock it. And bring it right here. And then I can walk it again. Yep. So now I can work on the background. Let's start with this tree. Okay, now which brush should I use? Let me try this one. Yeah, this one's good. And as a further reminder, if you are enjoying this stream, please hit the like button and subscribe if you're a newcomer watching this, and to hit those live reaction emojis. Yeah, after I work on this drawing, I'll go back to talking to you guys. But if there's anything important that I'm missing, let me see. Yes, Best Bro said, "Whoa, Cowboy, whoa! Cowboy, whoa! When I say whoa, I mean whoa!" Yes, Sahara Harrison does a great Bugs and Sam cartoon. And as always, with my drawing, if there are any finishing touches that I need to do, I'll be able to do it offline and post the drawing. Well, since Sam's birthday is tomorrow, the 80th anniversary of Hair Trigger, that's where I'm gonna be posting it. And also have to add the darker parts here, like the leaves. Okay, so I'll try this brush. Yeah, I think that's good. Right, let me shrink it a bit. Yeah, that's be good. Where are you? Let's see. I will use this texture brush here to color the tree branches. There we go. Right. Oh. Just auto save it. There we go. Okay, now. Let's see. I see there's 8 comments that I'm missing. Okay, take care, Best Bro. Yeah, I think there's a possibility that after I color the branches here, actually, I think I might be called it a night after I work on these branches, just so you guys could continue going on about your nights, prepare for your weeks, and I'll continue with my birthday celebration week. But so far, this has been a nice chill stream. There we go. And the branches are coming along just fine as far as I can see. But they might look better with the sketch layer turned off. And there we go. You know, I should have made like the branch like a separate layer, and then the tree waves a separate layer too. So now I'm gonna have to like reshape the branch shape like within the same layer here. Dang, I should have I should have made the branches a separate layer from the waves and the sky, but oh well. Okay, let's see how it's looking. Yeah, not too bad. And now let's see how it looks with Sam. You know what? Yeah, you see, like when you're an artist and you're doing your work, there's some ideas that may not be look as good as you may have thought. So I'm just thinking, like, you see, with these speed lines that I added to Sam, I'm thinking that maybe I should have just left it as like these black lines. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just going to like erase them. I think they look better that way when the same layer is on top of the background layer. Yeah, that would be good. Okay, yeah, it's looking better already. Looking much more screen accurate to the original cartoon screenshot. There we go. Okay, that looks better now, right? And with that, I am done with the essentials of my Yosemite Sam 80th birthday art. See, there's 8 comments that I'm missing. Ethan says, okay. So yeah, you know what? I think I should be this will be wrapping it up for this stream. And once again, any finishing touches, I'll add them before I post this. Well, let me make sure everything is saved. There we go. So yeah, I hope you guys love what I did with my Sam art. Oh, turn off the reference photo. Yeah. Nice. Okay, folks, yes, I have a big day tomorrow for sure, and like throughout this week, it's about kicking back and relaxing and celebrating my birthday. I may or may not post like my birthday celebrations, but we'll just have to wait and see. In the meantime, to those who tuned in tonight, thank you for a nice, simple, chill stream, chatting with you guys, and I once again appreciate the birthday wishes that you sent me in the community tab and over here on this stream. So with all that being said, make sure you like this stream if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you're a newcomer, and all that good stuff, and look forward to the other cool content that I have in store for this month, including you know what. So once again, thank you everybody for tuning in. I appreciate your continued support, and take care.